of the local characters here, you couldn't but remember the likes of Mickey Berry. You couldn't but remember we had Austin Foley was a local cleaner there, and he substituted Jerry Murray was another famous postmaster from Mill Street, or postman from Mill Street. You had Chick Joyce, a real character from the Fairgreen in Westport.
They tended to have long careers, did they?
Well, they did, because you came in as a civil servant, and if you had a job, it was considered a good job. You normally were recruited at around 16, 17 years of age, and you were determined as a boy messenger, and you advanced then to, if you could pass the exam, to postman, and then the boy messenger grade became junior postman, and you graduated from junior postman to a postman, and you usually spent your 40 years working in what is called a good civil service job.
Oh, good pensionable job it was.
Exactly.
Well, Mickey Berry always said he got his pension for longer than he worked.
That's right, that's right. He always joked that he robbed the post office because he lived so long.
So you had good fun down the post office?
We had, At one stage there was I think up to 40 telephonists in the post office, and there was a huge exchange there, and the camaraderie and the banter between the girls in the post office, and the girls contributed to the economy because they had to have apartments here, they had to have flats here. Jim Reedy down the road here, he had something like 12 or 13 apartments, and the girls from the post office lived there.
Across the road.
After a dance down in the pavilion, you could always go into some of the girls in the in the flats, and you had got tea or coffee or anything you could
negotiate. When did the telephonist go?
The telephonist went in the late 70s, about 1978.
And it became automated then?
It became automated.
Were you working there at the time?
Everything was worked up until then. It was on a magneto service where you rang, you rang a ringer, and no, after that it became digital, and the main office then, the main exchange moved to Castlebar.
And can you remember any of the girls that were in the working there that time?
Oh yeah, sure. Mickey Berry's sister Mary worked there. You had a Mary Quirk that lived in the Boulevard here. You had the Berries from the Leanon Road. They got married to the Morns at the Quay. You had Mrs. Cawley down the Crescent. She kept a lot of the telephonists from the post office.
And what was Christmas like?
Christmas was bedlam then, but it was what we used to call organised confusion, because what you had is dispatches to the likes of Leeds, Bradford, Halifax, London. You had a few dispatches to London. You had London EC, you had London SW, Southwest, and the parcels for England, which were mostly consisted of boxes of biscuits, turkeys, geese. And now the turkeys and the geese, they weren't in a box, there was a label around their neck, and they were usually, sometimes if you were lucky, they were in a canvas bag. Now the big problem with the turkey was, if it was undelivered, it was returned after Christmas, and some of the turkeys were actually absolutely in a putrid condition and had to be dumped.
They were mature.
You'd have anything like 400 bags of mail leaving Westport for the 3 weeks before Christmas and the 3 weeks after Christmas.
That's all changed.
That has all changed now. Everything is bought online. There's very little Christmas business done now. There is a little, but then people were sending boxes of biscuits.
And how about Christmas cards?
Christmas cards still are quite
they're a big business.
They're still a big business, and they're a huge business. Yeah.
They haven't fell victim to technology yet.
No, not so much yet. No, and they're still huge.
We're losing a lot, I think, by not writing letters, aren't we?
Oh, we are. We're actually using an art, and you should see the writing in the old post office record, they hand the writing, the skill of writing was something else. It was.
Yeah, it's a pity, but even as a historical record, it was
It's a historical record.
gone.
Yeah.
I mean, there are thousands of letters read.
That's right.
Yeah.
And of course, the big celebration we'll have is the 1916 celebration of the GPO, and the GPO is getting a huge facelift now.
Is it?
Yeah, and there'll be a museum there for the 1916 commemoration.
I think the GPO is turning into a museum, is it?
It is actually.
A
Yeah.
lot of service taken out of it, isn't
That's
it?
right. Yeah,
Mm.
they're going to other places. Yeah,
Yeah.
around Dublin.
Good memories.
Ah, great. Sure, we raised a family on it, and the camaraderie was something else.
What happened when people just couldn't read long ago? Because a lot of people couldn't read.
Well, you see, what happened. What happened really was the local postman on his rounds was. He read the letter for the people. He even wrote the letter for the people. And another problem that occurred was, we'll say in the Connemara Gaeltacht, very few people from, we'll say, before the famine or whatever, couldn't read or write, and the postman, who had to have some little bit of writing skills and reading skills, was the only one in the locality that came from, that went from door to door and actually saw people every single day.
Yes.
So he brought the news from the town, he read the letters for the local people, and he also even wrote letters for the local people.
Okay.